I'm Jody Miller and I'm the Kids Inc. Program Manager, and I am nominating Chandra VanHout and Mike Mortland for Staff Stars. Mike and Chandra are what we call training assistants. So one of their number one responsibilities is making sure our staff meet all their training guidelines that's required by the state of South Dakota and for their professional development. They are also in charge of monitoring quality of activities and working with behavior problems at the site. So they go out and help with behavior problems or any staff issues where someone needs to be mentored or assisted in improving what they're doing. We have 22 different locations with about 1,500 students every day, and we have divided that in east and west half. So Chandra takes care of all the 11 schools on the east side, and Mike takes care of the 11 schools on the west side of Sioux Falls. They are always striving to find things to improve the program, help our staff deal with any types of issues, whether it's a new behavior problem we've never seen before, or a staff that's just struggling with their lesson plans, or keeping track of the kids and monitoring their behavior. Some things that they just need a few tips on. So it's a wide range of abilities that they need to have, and they're always trying to improve on all those areas. Last Friday we didn't have school, so we had care in two of our buildings from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then Mike and Chandra were leading training for staff, and some of that was CPR, some of it was doing our lesson planning, some of it was on social emotional learning, and just a variety of different topics that will enrich our staff. They do a lot of research online for new curriculums, new activities to do with the kids. They're always providing new resources for our staff to use for their lesson planning. And then they're also talking to counselors, teachers, specialists in the school district on dealing with specific types of behaviors or specific differing abilities, just a wide variety of needs that our kids that we have nowadays. We also consult with health services on the medical issues that we deal with in after school every day. So it's just a wide variety of people that assist them, and then a lot of research online or in books, and they attend outside trainings when they're able to. If we have a student that's acting out at a specific school, Mike will drop anything and everything that he is doing and head out to that school and help make sure that they're calming down, doing what they need to be doing, and or giving the staff person that's been dealing with that for a half an hour a break so that they don't have to continue dealing with that. And he'll just drop anything, everything, do whatever he can. Mike is a bigger guy and a little more intimidating, so that's kind of why we use him in that role, but he fits that role very well. Chandra is always looking for new resources for our staff. She's constantly scanning the internet for new activities for them to do to meet state guidelines, and she is very good at documenting all of our training guidelines that we have to have for the state of South Dakota, making sure that all 120 staff are meeting their training requirements, getting after them if they need to be, and she basically doesn't let up until it's done. Mike and Chandra are kind of jacks of all trade, and whatever we need them to do, they're willing and able and ready to do what they need to do. They are good with people, so the staff feel like they're there helping them and supportive in their role. They're good with the kids, so they can role model for how the staff should interact with the kids, and just they build on all their experiences in education to add to what we can offer our staff. And that's a key to keeping the staff once we get them hired. And if we don't have the staff, we can't provide the opportunities for the parents to have a place for their kids to go after school. And those hours are really important. Those are the highest crime rates for juveniles, and we just teach them to be active and involved in a variety of different things, maybe spark their interest in an area that turns into a hobby, something that they can carry on as they get older and try and keep them out of trouble, or just make sure they're doing something other than sitting in front of the TV playing video games and enriching their lives every day. We're educating them with a variety of academic-oriented activities, but they're a lot more fun and hands-on. They're making slime, they're doing experiments, they're doing service learning that they don't always get a chance to do in the classroom. And then we're also preparing them to succeed by teaching those social emotional skills that most employers think are the key for staff being successful once they hire them in the future. So those are key things that kids need to learn nowadays that we can provide in a more relaxed setting and after school. It's not as strict, it's not as regimented, so they have a little bit more freedom. And what the interesting thing that I like to see is the friendships that are formed between the various age groups that you don't get to see during the school day. We've got kindergartners that hang out with second graders, or the third and fourth graders, maybe great role models, and take a kindergartner or first grader under their wing, and they don't have those opportunities during the school day to make those friendships, and sometimes those are their most important friendships. Once we have the staff hired, Mike and Chandra make sure that they have everything they need to be successful, whether it's tips on behaviors, it's tips on how to run a lesson activity, how to write their lesson plans, and that all ends up in the quality that we have in Kids Inc. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't have a quality program. And in the long run, it's how it affects the students, because the staff feel good about their job, they do their best every day for those kids, and the kids know that, they know they care about them, and they'll do what they need to do for the staff to keep the program running.